All right, it is time for day 3 of the Young Stars Classic. Tomorrow, Calgary will be taking on the Winnipeg Jets. This is a lot of hockey for these guys. Let's talk about the bounce back from night 1 to yesterday's game, a big win last night.
Yeah, safe to say the first game was easy to put away. A 7-1 loss at the hands of the Vancouver Canucks, complete resetting. The good news for the Calgary Flames was the fact they had back-to-back games and a Battle of Alberta. And Trent Cole, the new head coach of the Calgary Wranglers, said in the morning that it was about a reset, and then wanted to see a little bit more compete from his guys, and I think it was safe to say they got that response. It started early too, and they looked good right from the first period against the Edmonton Oilers rookies, and obviously a back and forth game. PK struggled a little bit. They allowed 3 power play goals, but found a way to win a hockey game, and impressive fashion because of what it looked like. I think the nerves maybe kind of dominated things, especially early on against Vancouver. I think that was kind of wiped away. Everybody looked improved, looked more confident, and bodes well going into their final game here tomorrow.
Yeah, you kind of talked about it there. The nerves kind of out of the question, hopefully, for this third game. What can we expect for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I think it's interesting now because this is the last tune-up. This is we talked at the start of the week about how for younger guys maybe making their first impression, getting their first taste of pro hockey, it's about making good impressions for the management and coaching staff. But now you want to be on the right foot going into main camp because for guys like Matt Coronado, Sam Honzik, they'll get their first opportunity at a main camp here coming up next week. But go in feeling good, feeling confident. I think that's what they're going to look to do here starting tomorrow against Vancouver.
Yep. Now taking a look back at last night's game, 2 goals. Ilya Nikolaev. Let's talk about him and how much he has brought to this tournament.
He was sensational the other night, and I think one thing that stood out to me, obviously there was the 2 goals, but he was used in so many different situations. Really good on the PK, and I think it was at the end of the second period, about 3 seconds left to set defensive zone faceoff. Trent Cole throws Nikolaev over the boards, wins that faceoff, negates any chance for the Edmonton Oilers. They get out of the period with the lead, and I think those are the situational awareness that you want to see. In first-year pro hockey last year, making the transition from Tri-City out of the USHL, played most of the year in the ECHL, 13 goals, had some injury issues, but, I think for him, it's that progression into pro hockey, and you get 1 year under your belt, and it looked like a guy last night that had some of that experience that the Flames prospects, are starting to develop, and, look for him to continue that positive momentum.
Now, it was Adam Klapka that got that final goal last night. Extremely exciting. We talked to him after about it. He was pretty happy.
Yeah.
But has anybody else kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, I wanted to highlight it's a young back end. Trent Cole talked about that. So did Craig Conroy. There was 4 guys last night in the lineup, 20 years of age or under, and in 3 18-year-olds. And one of those 18-year-olds, Etienne Morin, the draft pick out of the 2023 class in Nashville. And boy, the poise with the puck. And obviously he's operating the number 1 power play unit. Talked to him yesterday morning ahead of that game against Edmonton, and he was talking about his offseason and getting a chance to skate with Jonathan Huberdeau in the summer. And he said, if you'd have told me 2 years ago, I'd have been getting a text from Jonathan Huberdeau to say, hey, come on for a skate in Montreal or just outside of Montreal. I'd have said you're crazy. So he drove, an hour and 20 minutes, skated with Jonathan Huberdeau a little bit this summer in his summer team. And you could just tell this guy's got a lot of poise with the puck. He did a good job rotating along with Matt Coronado, and then ends up getting that puck on net for Klapka to redirect. And just looking for Moran to continue that confidence. I thought the progression from game 1 to game 2 was instrumental, and I think as he continues to get those reps, he'll look good going forward.
All right. Well, tomorrow's game is going off early, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 Mountain Time. Talk again where we can watch this stream.
Yeah, so you can catch it on all of our platforms, calgaryflames.com, on our YouTube site, also on Facebook and Twitter. 11 a.m. start Mountain Time, so early. Maybe throw it on in the background. You're in the office at the desk. Your bosses won't mind. I think you get a free pass. There's matinee hockey on a Monday. Why not?